one of the mods I got for the ETS2 was a ZIL Russian truck. I was considering doing a Russian start playthrough and use that as my truck, because I don't think many people have spent much time driving around Russia. Oh, I just downloaded that. I haven't activated it for this playthrough yet, but we're still kind of early in the season. We've just finished all of our planting, and we've got a couple of fields left to fertilise, and obviously all the contracts to do, and herbicide. But once we get down to harvesting, once I've harvested all of my fields, I will probably do some contract harvests, and at that point I'll probably activate that module on this playthrough. In fact, I'll probably activate that that mod on Ungertime, since that playthrough I'm actually at harvest. We've just finished harvesting all our fields for the first time and making practically no money. So we could test that out and see how it works. I want to make sure it plays well with everything else I'm doing. Because the other thing I had to check... Oh, there we go, we're done. Yay. The other thing I had to check this morning was the... this map got updated. And so... Okay, we're going to have to go back home. I may be able to do the entirety of 38 on a single tank, but we don't have any enough fertiliser in our fertiliser. And we don't have enough fertiliser back at the farm, any fertiliser back at the farm right now. Of course, I want to finish our fertilisation before I get to doing the herbicide, so I think we have 4 fields now that still outstanding need for fertiliser, and one of them is completely fertilised, so we'll need to look at that on herbicide later. But you can only do one application of a liquid, or something, yeah. It's basically solid fertiliser, liquid fertiliser, herbicide. You can only apply 1 per growth stage. So I want to get the fertiliser done first, because that will give us a bigger yield boost than spraying herbicide. Plus, herbicide only needs to be patched where the weeds are, whereas fertiliser needs to be spread over the entire field. So the bonus is over the entire field for fertiliser. The removal of the penalty for having weeds only affects where the weeds are. So I'm not too bothered about that. Okay, I think I can probably park this here, and we're going to have to figure out what we're going to fetch the stuff in. I know I have the little trailer. I can't remember if I bought a big flatbed. If I did, it'll be down here. No, I bought the low loader, didn't I? got the low loader, and we got the that. Okay. And that's not the way back to the yard. Why don't I leave that open? I don't know. So where did I put my little trailer? That's in the hay shed. Yep. Yeah, overkill time. Ridiculous size trailer for this, but it works. Obviously the truck is faster than the tractors, so we'll get down and back in no time. So the grass has already started growing in the field that we planted here. Oh, I did put some walls and what have you on the other side of that field, gates, so that if we do ever use that field for sheep, we're not going to have the problem of the sheep getting into our arable crop. Stay out of the ditch. Getting a cab is probably easier to drive. So, current farm sim plans for the channel are we're playing this one out, so at least until the next version of Farm Sim comes out, potentially an overrun. I'm just going to play this until I get fed up with the map, or until it's time to move on. With Lawfolds, it was time to move on after 6 years of play, so I'm not saying this will be as long as that, but I'm holding that as a potential. The Ungertheim map, I have come to the beginning of harvest, and we will be going through till at least the second year harvest, and then I'll retire that map and we'll look for some other map to play. I don't know which one I'll pick. Obviously, as the house gets more settled, we'll probably have another look at having an Osa family farm with Mrs. Osa and see what we get going with that. I'm guessing they probably don't like me parking there, but tough. It's the way they deliver their things. So, pallets. Is it pallets? Oh yeah. Pallets, solid fertilizer, water barrels, fertilizer barrels, yay. And I want... How many of those do I want? They are 1,500 litres, so It's 3,000. 6. 9. 12. Back. So that was probably a fair amount of money. Oh, when I put that in just the right place, I'm going to take off the back. Missed. There we go. So sadly, due to the interruption of moving, I'm not going to get the British directed part 2 complete, which means I'm not going to get the British special captain, legendary captain, whatever they call it. That's a shame. See if I can aim that right this time. That's better. And Adam Woods is now following. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Very carefully edge that forward and push it off the other side by the looks of it. Will do. That's not what I had planned. So the old Farm Sim 17 trick of flying on a wooden branch still works with pallets in 19. Okay. Should have strapped those down so they don't go flying, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Still getting used to telehandler equipment. I've really not used them that much. Get that stuck there. There we go. But I am finding this surprisingly, or relatively easy to use. Obviously I am having issues with them, but practice makes it better. Actually strapped down. But the whole steerable frame, I'm not a fan of. on tractors, but on telehandlers it actually makes things a little bit easier to do, so long as I'm not running the attachment along the ground. Still missing. Let's try and figure out what I'm doing wrong. Normally, if you can hook everything just right, it's not gonna stick on the forks when you try and unload them. I'm not sure I've got this. As best as I can. Just slightly. There we go. Okay, I'm going to strap both of those. Well, I'm going to strap this one in. We'll try and drag this one to the front of the trailer. There we go. And then try and hit the right button. Strap that one in, and that should make sticking that third row in easier. Ah, yes. We're moved in. The house is a complete mess at the moment. There are boxes everywhere that there isn't flooring. Explaining that we are removing all of the carpets in the house because I'm allergic to animals. And so we've had the contractor in from pretty much the Monday after we moved in, and he took up the carpets on the first day, which has made my breathing issues kind of troublesome for this first week. I've been on Benadryl most of the week, and we have one of those Dyson air purifying fan things in the bedroom so I can breathe at night. But then once all of the flooring is replaced, we're replacing it with wood floors all around on the top floor. The basement is bare concrete, so no issues there. And we will then be able to relocate all the computers into where we want them next, possibly next weekend, maybe not until the weekend after. So I'm currently in what's going to be the living room, and it's not exactly ideal, because we set this up as a temporary for the first week, and we still have to repair all the walls in what's going to be the office, and paint all the walls in the office, and put down the wooden floors in that order. And then when that's done, we can move all the desks. Well, actually, we're looking at buying some new desks and then moving all the computer equipment in. What am I doing here? Oh, that's not good. hopefully that's not going to be a problem. I think I've speared the wood instead of the holes in the pallets, so that might not come off cleanly. Okay, can I get that off without moving? Yes. Oh, thank you. So that one's now stapled to the deck. But I would say for the most part the move went as planned. We were packing last week Wednesday, or no, the guys who were doing the moving were packing on Wednesday. They loaded the trucks on Thursday morning. We went and signed the documents on Thursday afternoon, late afternoon, and stayed in a hotel Friday night, or Thursday, Friday. And on Friday morning we signed the documents to buy this place, and movers turned up, unloaded the trucks on Friday morning, and the house was at least livable in Friday night, although eating was eat out for most of the weekend. Since then, the kitchen is all unpacked, or pretty much all unpacked, and small bedroom number 3 has everything in it. Small bedroom 1 and 2 are partially complete flooring, and we have bare floors with all the hardwood floor boxes in the office, and the bedroom is a bare floor at the moment, master bedroom. Slide it in there, and oops, that's not, there we go. Yeah, not so much for us. Our buyers had to arrange a mortgage, and that initially was a problem because the inspector had put down that our old house was a manufactured home, and banks don't like those. But then once we got that all sorted out, their mortgage went through no problems. We don't have a mortgage, so there was nothing stopping us moving in. I think the only problem we had was getting the money transferred from the purchase title company to the, or from our sale, title company handling the sale, to the title company managing our purchase. Because that went through on Thursday night, but they had problems finding it on Friday morning at the purchase title company. Alright, we have fertilizer that is at least on the trailer. And I must admit, my blood sugars have dropped quite heavily in the last week, so obviously I am under less stress than I was for the last 2 months. My doctor might be happy. So that's also a good thing. Go on, turn left, turn left. Still haven't worked where all this traffic goes to. Okay, you stay there. Can't come in. Take your time. Yeah, this truck doesn't have quite as good acceleration as the trucks I used on Oakfields. They had about 700 horsepower. I think this only has about 580. So I'll take this up to the main yard. We'll put it in the reset point, and then load the sprayer directly from Is this my turn? No. Oh no, there's the woodshed. Wood sawmill thing. Place where you sell wood. Which again, we might do some of that. But not right now, because I don't have the stuff for it. This is pointed. I will be getting a bigger flatbed trailer for bales, at which point we'll use that on this truck as well. You struggling, dude. And when Black Sheep Modding releases his MAN truck set, I'll probably switch to using that. Don't believe he's finished that yet. Okay, that should do nicely for now. Oh, excuse me. Good grief. Yeah, that's still the remnants of all the dust in the air. It's too cold to open the curtains and air the place out. And we still have carpeting where the computers are positioned at the moment because we need to get the desks up with the computers on it before the contract